what's up? How's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel, Mikey's Automotive. Hola, bienvenidos todos a mi canal, Mikey's Automotive. Transmite cartela de Europa Chala na my canal, my Kluchi Automobility. So you guys, we're working on a 2020 Silverado. Now what I have here is the ignition lock cylinder. This is the newest ignition lock cylinder in the market right now. Okay, so this is the latest one that we have yet to explain a little bit about it and how it works. Basically, it works like the older style ones, the HU100, almost the same, but it's just a little bit different from there. Okay, the way you take it apart and everything. Now what I'm doing right here is I'm gonna rekey it. Okay, I actually bought a new one, and it comes with the kit. As you guys can see, it comes with all the pins and stuff. So what I did is I used the old one. I'm placing them from left to right. Okay, from left to right of the key. So that means from the head of the key to the tip of the key is how I spread out the wafers. Okay, from left to right. These are all the new wafers. These are all the parts for the new ignition lock cylinder. It comes with wafers, pins, springs. The only thing it didn't come with was the little grease gel that we put on there to hold the springs. So basically, the grease, it holds in the spring. So you put a little bit, you put the spring in there, and then you put a little bit of grease, and it holds the wafer and the grease, and the wafer and the spring. Excuse me. Now, like I said, I placed my wafers from left to right. I slowly took one by one out of the old one, and then I put it from left to right. That's from the head to the tip of the key. So the head being is where you put the keychain around the key. That's where the head is, and then the tip is to where the tip of the key is. Okay? The sharper part, the part that goes in, that's the tip of the key. So as you guys can see, there's different wafers here. Some of them have two numbers. Like as you guys can see, 1, 2, okay, 2, and then it says 1, 1, and then 2, and then 3, and so forth. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1. So basically, the way that I figured this out is that always the first number, it doesn't really matter. So it's always gonna be the second number. So you guys can see that's a 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. So basically, that's gonna be a 1. The other one's gonna be a 3. The first one's gonna be a 2. So we're just gonna ignore the first number, which is a 1. Now that 1, we're gonna replace it, okay, with the L. So it's gonna be left. That's gonna be from the left side, okay? From left to right, from the ignition lock cylinder, and that's what I mean. From left to right is how I took all the wafers out. Now let me give you an example from left to right, what I mean. Okay, so that's our ignition lock cylinder. From left to right. Okay, that's our key head, and that's the tip of the key. So left to right. Okay, now all the ones that I'm pointing at right now would be the left side. Okay, so the first wafer that goes in is gonna be an L from the left side, and then there's gonna be wafers that you're gonna see that's gonna have an R. That means right wafer. So left wafer, right wafer. So this wafer that I put in was actually one of the wrong ones, and it was an R. I put an R2 in there, and it didn't go all the way down. This one right here, as you guys can see, is a 1, 2. That means it's a left 2. So you guys can see I'm gonna put in the old wafer, the old pin, and I'm gonna put in the key so you guys can see that it actually does go down, and it's not the right side. Okay, so that's gonna be a left wafer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a new wafer, okay, from my wafer kit that came with the wafer kit, and I'm gonna put L2. Okay, so all the wafers that go in through one side are gonna be all L's, and then if you turn the lock cylinder on the other side, you're gonna get all the ones that go on the right side. Okay, so left, right, left, right. There's two sides. Okay, and you guys can see I already got started on my wafers, and you can go ahead and put all the ones on the left first, and then do all the ones on the right, or you can do left, right, if it doesn't confuse you so much. But once again, each wafer is gonna have the number of cut. Okay, the number of the cut. So if it's a 2, that means that the key is cut to where it's a 2. If it's a 3, that means that the key was cut towards a 3. So that's what that means, okay? The depth of the cut. So where you see a 1, 2, or 1, 3, you're just gonna mind the first number. Just forget about the first number. It's always gonna be the second number. So 1, 2 would be a 2, 1, 3 would be a 3, 1, 4 would be a 4, and so forth. Okay, so always ignore the first number. As you guys can see right here, I'm finishing to put the right side. Okay, because this is the right side that I'm doing. That's one of the last wafers or pins that I put, and these are all the new ones. Okay, so easily I just copied the old lock cylinder. I took all the wafers off from the old one, saw what number it was, either got my left or right, and then I put it in there. Now as you guys can see that little long metal piece that I put in there. Okay, I already put on the lock cylinder. Now I put in my two little prongs that go into the barrel, the little housing. You see that? Those two little prongs with the spring underneath. Those basically hold the lock cylinder so it doesn't spin back and it pops out. And I put my little metal piece. You see that little metal piece? It goes only one way in. And that you only put after you have everything in there. You have all your wafers. I put my little prongs. You see that? And as soon as you put it in there, you turn it, it's gonna get stuck. It'll just lock into place. You see how the little prongs are holding it into place? So that will just lock into place. Now the secret of this, of how you disassemble these, is different from the older model ones. Because the older model ones, you just push all the pins in and you turn it and you just open it. But this one, you need to go ahead and retract it back. But when you do that, you have to press the little prongs. Those little prongs, you have to press it down with a little screwdriver, a little flathead. You see those little metal prongs that come out of the barrel? Okay, I'm going to press it down with a little flathead or something, those little prongs. And then it's going to make me be able to spin the cylinder back. As soon as the cylinder spins back, you're able to pop it out. So you see that? I'm going to spin it back as soon as the little thing goes down. And then, like I said, you're able to take out the lock cylinder. So that's just an example. Okay, now here it is. I spin it back and then I pop it out. You see that? And that's how you do it. That's how you disassemble these. And when I first came across one of these for the first time, I didn't know how to disassemble it, and I just passed on the job. And it was a pretty good, high-paying job. He just took it to a dealer instead. So that's the way that you do these. Pretty normal from left to right. You have right side wafers, left side wafers, with the left side always starting with a number 1. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe to my channel.